Hello everybody, this is Frogman and welcome back to Ultimate Alchemy. This is actually going to be episode 27. I don't know what the problem was with the last two of them. I know I spent a lot of the day making a whole bunch of videos. For some odd reason I had 27 on the brain and today is 27, so whatever. We have done many things in the last several episodes. We're going to give a kind of a quick recap on that. We did go ahead and mine out a bunch of stuff so that we could get a little bit of platinum platinum ore, which I have since pulverized all of that into pulverized platinum so that we have various things. So we could get the iridium, we're going to have iridium so that we could make iridium plates, so that we could make the dragon scales. We also did a little bit of fooling around with other things to include that dude down there, which we have not finished yet, and we're going to finish that just shortly. I built this thing up over there so that I could get various things, and I've now moved him down here for a reason. So we're going to get a bunch of coal ore and a little bit of diamond and emerald ore, which is good. I want to just go ahead and, for that matter, brute force a bunch of ores out of the void because I have the ability. I'm going to use it. We need diamonds. We're going to need a bunch of diamonds to do anything with Draconic. We're going to need a ton of diamonds to get all of the other things set up as far as the infusion system setups for Draconic. So yeah, in order to even get anywhere near that, we need it. Plus, and this is the other silly plus, I'm going to make these things. Let me see. What do I want? Electrode. I am going to make these. I am going to make these. These are going to require an ungodly amount of diamonds. It takes a ridiculous amount of diamonds. So I'm just going to do it the easy way. I'm not going to waste the energy. I'm not going to waste the time trying to keep things happy, running things through that system. Once we get those, then the automation will be complete for diamonds because we won't really need to be doing this. So basically what I want this to do is just sit here and run and get me goodies. I should try to see if I can't speed it up, but I don't know if it's possible yet. We do have quite a bit of seeds I could probably squeeze into seed oil to speed this guy up, but for right now we're cool. I will be automating this into a pulverizer or whatever so that we can just do whatever we need to do with coal. But yeah, we're good with coal and we're going to be good with diamonds for a little bit because if I hit that with fortune, I'll get quite a bit of stuff, and I think there's actually a way to make a bunch of diamonds from diamond ore anyway, using, is it not the pulverizer, it is the tectonic initiator where we can get 3. Problem is it takes this stuff, which I really don't feel like trying to automate at this time, but there are other ways, and we'll worry about that later. Not really worried about it right now. So I want to finish this little project down here. Down here. I love springtime allergies, all kinds of fun stuff. It's about all I can do to breathe right now. But we're going to finish that down there, and then we're going to see about getting another couple of things built because we need to start looking at empowered oil, which I have the majority of the seeds and everything ready to go to do that. So let's go ahead and work on this guy. I've got a bunch of stuff in my inventory. I'm going to hope my little crackhead Franz will be nice. Jeez. Crazy idea works because it's not that impossible to do this process with some automations, but it's not the easiest thing in the world because we have to be able to time things correctly. And that actually reminds me, I need a repeater. I have plenty of repeaters. I do have any building blocks. Let's get some regular old building blocks. Building brockies. Ooh, that's expensive. But we'll just grab some of that. That'll work. Okay. The first thing we need to do is we need to go down here and do the wiring. So as if just to recap from the last episode, we're using automated users and ender porcupines to place the blocks that form the wither inside that RF Tools shield system. So there is a slight change that we have to do for the skulls versus the blocks of soul sand. In here, we're just going to be placed blocks. This is not technically a block, I guess. It's an item, so we have to use the item on the block. So what we're going to do is basically is we're going to place down all of the soul sand first, and then place the wither skulls on top of it. So that means everything here needs to be set to redstone on, or actually should see redstone pulse. Isn't there a pulse? Yes. Let's do redstone pulse on everybody. so that I can control when this does what it does. Because I want these guys to only do this once per cycle, once per critter. And we're not going to be doing a lot of this painful thing, because eventually what we're going to have is, once we get a little bit of draconium, this is going to change. This little system right here will change. There's an easier way of doing this. So, okay, now we need to go ahead and put our item conduits on the backs of these guys here. And I want to do that and do that just to make it look a little nicer. All right, so these guys in here, we're going to use a priority system on these to make sure they get all of their parts last. And for that matter, we're going to set it down quite a way. So insert extract priority down 5 and insert extract down 5. That means that whatever comes in here is going to be last, hopefully. These guys, we're not even going to bother with this. We're just going to set them on insert, 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 and insert, so that we can then now use a limited item filter in every one of these, which is going to limit to 1 single soul sand, which I should have done when I was setting this up, but whatever. Here we go, single soul sand, one of these, and one of those. Soul sand. Good. Now that means that they'll only ever be able to have just a single piece, obviously. So we're going to do the same thing up here, except we're going to do this with wither skeleton skulls. And I want to make sure I only have one of those. Filter. Filter. And don't shift click it. We don't need to lose anything since we're standing over the void. I want one thing. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to actually set the priority on this one right here a lot lower. I want it to receive, I want this one right here to be the last one in the chain before anything comes through. I want to know when there's something in that particular mechanical user. So we're going to measure off of that mechanical user using, of course, a comparator. Very simple, easy. So if I put 1 Brock in here, you should light. Maybe. Actually, I need to go get some redstone. I don't think it's going to light. I think he needs a little bit more than that, doesn't he? Redstone. Grab a little bit of redstone just to see what's going on. But I did put that in there, right? Yes. Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to read this or not. You're not going to read out of that? Right. Awesome. Then we're not going to use a comparator. Inventory checker. We'll use one of those instead. So I already have one. Now, this guy, we should be able to tell it to look in slot 0 for the amount of 1, and it should output a full signal. So as soon as it sees a full-on signal out of this, or I should say, as soon as it sees the that right there, what we want to do is we want to delay that just a hair, which means I want to do a full repeater delay out of that. See, just a slight amount of delay. Sweet. Okay, cool. Give me that guy back. Thank you. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fire everybody. I should say we're going to fire the bottom ones, and then we're going to fire the next one. So that's what. Oh, right. Wow, that thing can reach clear over here. Give me that back. Okay. So we're going to then fire out of this here. We're going to pick up our first bit of information, which this first bit of information is going to fire the ones on the bottom. And then we're going to do a repeater and fire the next one. So let me go ahead and do this, because I want it to place the soul sand blocks, obviously, first. Wow, that really worked where I wanted it to be. Okay, so we have a red output right here. And we're going to need a red output continue through. So I'm going to go ahead and grab one more of these, and we're going to put a repeater down here. You're going to be output red, not input. And then this is going to give me another signal back here. I know this is going to be kind of janky looking, but for right now, this is what we're going to do with it. You're going to be a signal color of brown, and then these guys up here are going to be brown as well. So we have brown. No, we need to do this. Input brown. Quit doing the wrong one. Brown, and then the other guys should be just red. So here, actually, I'm doing this completely wrong. Come on, dingy, 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 dingy. No input, output, brown. There we go. Still a little early in the morning for me. Output, brown. Output, brown. Don't do that. All right, so then these guys are going to be output, red. That one, don't. We do this one? No. Output, red. Then one more. Oh, let's see. Where am I doing this? Output, red. Now, I should not need a strong signal. I'm hoping I don't need a strong signal. So that means that we're going to carry the red through to this guy right here, which we're going to set at a full tick there, full 4 ticks. It's then going to receive its deal. It's going to fire the ones on the bottom first, and then 4 ticks later, hopefully that's enough, it'll fire the next one. So all I need to do now is take this ender chest that I have right here, and I'm going to place him right there. There, thank you. Very cool. And you are just going to be set to extract always active. And I'm not even going to worry about the round robin. I basically want it to figure out what it needs to do. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I do this correctly, it will spread those around. And hopefully do this part right. Barely hear him because of that, but he will die in there. Dark over here. Too bad it takes so long to kill him, but at least it's automated. Suppose I could get in there and help, huh? Eh. Come on. There she goes, and there should be a star in here. There is a star in here that we're then going to just grab an item conduit and conduit this down and dirtily all the way back over to this ender chest, where I will then input the star into the ender chest. Now, because everything here has filters on it, it won't be able to output or pull that out and do anything. So it'll go right into this ender chest. Once I set that to insert, there's another star. We can go back up to the main part of the base and set up the rest of the automations, which I might even do that over here. I have a little bit of space, maybe. We'll just finish this over here. Let's see. I think I want to do that. Do I have a, let me get an importer. Craft one of these, please. We want a crafter. Turn so that you face like maybe that direction. Thank you. And the ender chest. So that should be able to send that into there, and then all I need to do here is use that importer Thank you. And a nether star, which we should have several by now. And I think the thing we also get is sulfur, which I have a lot of sulfur now. That's interesting. So I will place the importer here with a white list for that and that. Click the button up. So we need to have it make a couple of more nether or wither skulls. So let's have it make 3, or at least 1. We'll just have it make 1. Start, go. So we can test the full-on automation of the entire system. Because I even went ahead and set up a, right there, the soul sand setup. So it takes sand and then drops it in front of that atomic reconstructor and makes soul sand. So that's cool. We got that done. I can, let's see, I want to get all of that soul sand. I want to test the whole thing. I want to make sure every bit of that works. I have way too much soul sand, so it is what it is at this point. So, all right, we need to make a crafting thing here. So I need a wither skull times 3, and I think I can scroll this up, right? No, do I have to make 3 more? God dang it. Hang on. That's processing. Yes, all right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 4 soul sand. We're even going to make it do this first. Plus 2 more of these. Come on. Those shouldn't take that long. I did speed these up. I forgot about that. With the advent of platinum, I've built a few resonant upgrades. Let's see. I need to go up here. Skull. Not really worried about how to scroll or do whatever. We're just going to do it this way. Okay. That is a nether star. So if I grab that here and place 1 nether star in that, hit the create button, and then go down to this one. It's in down the basement. Basement. Right here, bottom. Go. It's you in there. That should be push button, spawn, and kill wither. Should. Whoop. Don't fall off the thing. We don't have any soul sand in our inventory or in the system, and no nether stars. No nether stars and no wither skeleton skulls. Everything here, give me a nether star. Start. Now, if we do more than 1, there will be a problem, whereas it will cycle through it and try to dump all of those in there at one point in time. So it's going to be one of those we're going to have to kind of pay attention to how it works. Until we can get a little bit more technology, I'm going to have to be very careful with how we spawn these. But once it gets those all built, which it should be doing, we already do it all? Oh, you stinking sucker. Why did you do that? Well, at least it worked. It's probably because I took all of the soul sand with me. That's fine. And he'll just die. So we'll put the soul sand away. Put those away. Put that away, put that away, put that away, put that away, and that away. I will probably have to check for soul sand prior to setting off any of this stuff, which is fine, no big deal. Again, there's going to be a lot easier way to do this once we get draconium, so I'll be looking forward to that part. Die, dude. Awesome, cool. Alrighty then, so that gets that part done. The next step I want to do today, or at least the thing I want to do today, is I want to start working on canola oil and empowered oil and all of those silly things. So, I think I have an automatic thingy over there. I have a wireless. Yeah, I do have a wireless point over there. Okay. So we need to start working on empowered oil, and I need to just shut those guys off. Friendly creatures down, so I don't hear you guys. I guess I don't even need these chickens anymore for that matter, but whatever. We need to start working on empowered canola oil. So empowered canola oil here, this stuff, we need to be able to use to make molten ardite as well as the podzol that we need to be able to create the clay. So we need to start working on this process. And anybody that's watched any YouTuber that's done this before knows how this process works. We've done this. I've done this, I don't know, 100 times probably. But basically, we need to make several of these and several fermenters and several other things. There are multiple ways to do this as far as the canola part of it. The canola oil right here, we can either make it in an industrial squeezer. We can make it with a regular squeezer from forestry. We can make it with the actually additions system, which actually I think this is probably about the fastest way to do it, because a squeezer from forestry is fairly slow. A squeezer from not RF tools, that thing right there, immersive engineering, is a large gigantic structure that I don't need when I have a single one block function. So the canola presses are what we're going to be using, along with the fermentation barrels and various things like that. So what I want to do is I need to go ahead and get at least canola, 2 more of these probably. So we need to make a bunch of Inuri crystals and a bunch of advanced coils. So I think we're going to go ahead and make 3. So I need 3 of those and 3 of those. So coil, 1, 2, 3, start, go, and crystal, make 3 of those, start, go. Because I already have 1. So we'll be good to go there. And then we need some of this. Attach to a comparator, blah, blah, blah. Using canola, get out of the canola press, make canola oil, infuse, or you can use canola to make convert it into refined canola oil. Actually, I think it's the other way around, isn't it? Well, we'll just make a bunch of those. So at that point, I need a bunch of these. Let's see, get this out of here. I wish it would quit using that stuff. Sticks. Need this, so let's make a handful of those. Quit using this. What is my phone doing? Oh yay, stay-at-home order through April 6, 26. Wonderful. All right, now we should be able to make these. 32 should be way too many, but that's fine. So we're going to make the press. I want 4 of them, even though I don't really need 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and we have the 3rd sitting, or 4th sitting right here. Uh-oh. No, that shouldn't have avoided it. Okay, cool. All right, and we need a bunch of the fermenters. I would like, since we have 4 of these guys, I would like, what is it, 16? I think exactly what we came up with. So we need a bunch of Inuri. Go ahead, just do that many. I don't really care. Come on. Okay. Fermenter. Go ahead. Thank you. That's 20. Not that I really needed 20, but we'll play with it. So we're going to do at least the fermentation part here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the beginnings part here. I think I have enough room for this, possibly. Chickens, you may have to move. To get it back? No. Give me that back, dude. Quit. If I do that, and I do that, and then I put one of these here, one of these here, one of these here, one of these here, this, 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 that, that, and that. If I recall correctly, and it's been a while since I've played with one of these, actually we need to put one right there. One canola press can keep up with 4 fermentation barrels. Now, again, we're not going to be using this for power. We're going to need to be able to automate the process of various things. I'm not going to be using these to make power. We're going to that process of using oil and turning into refined oil is so much better, at least as far as the density of the RF production versus the fluid. Even though this is free, pretty much, it's still not as good as I think it could be. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves some item conduits and some fluid conduits, which I don't have a lot of anymore. Get a few more of those if we can, please. Thank you. And some more item conduits. I can't believe I haven't automated this yet either. That's okay. No big deal. And we're going to need some... I should have got some more of these things right here. Actually, let's just use the cheap ones. Those ones right here. And then we need a... There should be a point here, right? There's a point here somewhere. He's up there. Okay. All right, so we need to wire these guys up. I probably should just make this look a little nicer, but whatever. We're going to do we need to pull this stuff out of here and send it into these guys. And then we also need to power them and do all the other good stuff. So let's see here. This is going to take quite a bit of fun. So I need to get let's do this and that, this and that. Maybe it'd look better inside. I don't know. Ding, ding. That. Okay. Guess we can connect it across the back. And then I'm going to pull filter. Do we have any just cheap filters? Nope. Craft one, please. Go. Thank you. You need to extract just that. Go. This. And then I'm just going to kind of bring this up over into this mess and down this way. Come on. That kind of in line here. No, we need to go one more. And over to this area here. Cool. So this is going to be insert. 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 Not doing anything yet, of course. Insert. So we should have had this turned to on, or did I turn it on? I didn't turn it on. Always active. Cool. All right. Now I need to get some power going to these suckers. Do that. There. Which means I'm going to have to replace all these too, aren't I? Nuts. Okay, no big deal. It's not like it's a big problem. Go. Cool. So you guys should now all have your power coming in, hopefully. Come on. There you go. How about now? All right, and then that should be distributing all of that stuff around each one of these guys. I need a barrel. No, drum. We're just going to make a drum of this. Let's just do a regular old iron drum times 2 plus this is that is this is all of that. So we've got one of these here, and now we need to pull all of the parts out of these guys. That. that. Okay, and then this, which is going to be a nightmare because they all decided to auto output. That's fine. I hope we're auto outputting the correct color. We are. Did put one in the center, right? No? Well, I did now. There. There. Why does that look like the wrong color? Ooh, what am I doing? There. Why did you output the wrong color? Oh, probably because this is being silly here, isn't it? Don't do any of that. Great, now I have a mess that I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with. Poo. Yep, you did. Awesome. Well, let's do this then. Give me that. Where is it? It's going to be somewhere in the middle of that. I don't really care. We're just going to go ahead and do this then. So hook, 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 go. Now, that one. And that one. What did I do? I hate these things sometimes. It's like these are sharing the same fluid. Why aren't they connecting to each other? Come on. That. Do that. One of those right there. Connect. 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 That one right there. Connect. That. No. That one. Hmm. Oh, I didn't put one here yet, have I? Down. There. There. And where is it going to be? Should be right there. Come on, connect. What did we disconnect? I don't know. Okay, so let's put all this stuff back. So enhanced energy conduit there, and there, and there, and item conduit here, 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 here. Should connect back up to there. And then I can take these guys and put them in this hole and that hole, and that hole. Tell this not to extract. Okay, and if I drop a drum down right there with one of these and go like this, we should now be getting canola oil. Good deal. Give me all these back. Awesome. Cool, 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 cool. That's about where I wanted to be as far as the system is concerned for the day. We've got a little bit of stuff going on. We have a somewhat more or less automated push button kill wither system going, and we are starting the process of the empowered canola oil. So, chickens, you're loud. Thank you guys for watching. Next episode, we're going to continue this process probably over there because we have to do a bit of things. I'm going to end up importing this into a ender tank and bringing it over to the production facility because we need to be able to use the empowerer and the atomic reconstructor. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.